Hey guys, AJ here back on another one for you. So guys, you guys might know that I have multiple series and playlists going on all at the same time. I have a habit of making these really long running series of videos because they're the ones you guys like, right? You know? And I figured that I'd combine some of these into really long form content because some of you guys have asked for it. So you guys ask and you shall receive. So guys, this is going to be a really long video compilation of all of my 50-year-old whining about dating videos. So guys, we'll get into this. Before we do, like, subscribe, drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 50304s. Go and check that out. I have a third channel. That's my To Catch a Predator channel. Guys, go and check that out. Join my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end. I'm offering memberships now, so guys, please go and check that out. And guys, enjoy.
It's debt update time, so I'm going to put up here what my debt was in May and what it is in June. Okay, let's start. So my Discover card. My Discover
Now,
card.
guys, look, she has $8,000 on her Discover card. She has $980 on her Chase card and $10,000 on her other card. Guys, she has like $20,000 in credit card debt. Look at that.
Last month was at $8,000. It is now $4,000. So meaning we paid $4,000 last month. Chase Amazon was at $980.25 and now is at $0. But I pay that off every month. My card B is still at $10,239, but I'm doing a balance transfer and I'm putting the balance transfer, I believe, at 10 months. So I have no choice but to pay it off. I'm not playing with my debt. We're doing it. I can't believe we are trucking along. It's amazing. So in total, I paid $8,980.25 in the month of May alone. So yeah, I'm doing great. I'm paying off this debt and I'm taking y'all along with me.
Guys, somehow this knucklehead thinks that this is a good thing, right? Because she's young too, right? How did she get in this much debt? And guys, imagine if you were with her, right? She would be having you pay for everything or trying to get money out of you to pay this off. 109 comments. So proud of you, love. I need to manifest this. Yes, queen. I have one credit card and my auto loan. Hoping to get more followers to start getting paid from TikTok. Guys, I need to do a video on that because these knuckleheads actually think that TikTok is a good backup plan to pay off debt. Absolutely insane, guys.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Look at that. They're cooked, guys. And guys, put in the comments, how long do you think it'll be before she's back in this much debt? Clown world. Now, guys, it says what it feels like to be $76,795 in debt as a 26-year-old scared for her future. Look at that. Cooked. Cooked, guys. They gave these chicks credit cards, and you know what they found out, guys?
The night is dark and full of terrors.
Let's go.
Today is one of those days. I am a lot in debt. And I don't make enough money
Look at that.
for me to be in this much debt.
You guys hear that? That's her world crashing down, guys. Right? You know? Come on.
With your broke ass.
These chicks are cooked, man. They're cooked. And it's like they're just going along, having brunch with their friends, going on girls' trips, right? And then somehow, maybe, I don't know, it's like right before they hit the wall, they actually take a look at their bank account, right? And cooked, guys, cooked. You know? Look at that. But isn't it funny how the same narrative, it's like, oh, chicks are all boss babes. Chicks own more homes, but then they always whine about being broke and in debt. So guys, see 1,300 comments. So many people are in debt. You'll be good, girl.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
This chick says, I don't understand how people can be comfortable with getting into that much debt. I remember college students that would use loans for everything, including eating out, shopping, and living outside of their parents' home, even though they're in town. Yeah, guys, that's how these chicks live, right? This person says, I'm in 40K debt. I'm crying, throwing up. Person says, I'm in $338,000 in debt at 27. Whoa, look at that. Look at that, guys. All right, guys, here, let's read some of these numbers, right? $109,000 in debt at 27. Person says $40,000 in debt. This person says $300,000 in debt. Chick says 126K. Chick says 76K. Look at that. Look at that. They're cooked. Chick says $60,000. Guys, the only debt that I have is my mortgage, guys. Most of the guys I know have no debt. These chicks are cooked. Clown world.
Working hard and still struggling with debt is like crazy. I really applaud the people that get on this app and talk about how much debt they're in and what they're doing to cut down their debt. But let's keep it real. I don't think 80-90% of us are even living the life we want to live because of finances and debt.
You think?
As most of you know, I'm a gestational surrogate. I also work full-time and I make well over 6 figures. And it's crazy that we did our budget for June, and between rent and childcare, y'all, it was like just rent and childcare was like $5,700 a month.
Look at that, guys.
And yes, our childcare is very expensive because we have a special needs child. However, I feel like childcare for any parent is through the roof anyway, especially premium childcare, because you know, if you take the cheap route, you get what you pay for. I don't want to grind all day for money. I don't even want to post every day for money. But most of us have resulted in this grind culture. Just make more money, we'll be happier. But shit just keeps going up and up and up, and we can't even catch up. My dream would be to move the fuck away. Like, my dream would be to go to Bali, go to Colombia. We lived in Colombia last year for a little bit because just you feel like you're able to stay afloat with your salary in other countries. And Bali has a autism community, by the way. But that's another topic for another day. But yeah, man. Happy Thursday. I guess that's what I'm supposed to say. Shit is wild out here.
Look at that, guys. Right? Another one that's trying to use TikTok to make money.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck you saying, but all I know, you ain't getting a motherfucking dime.
And did you hear she said she's a gestational surrogate, meaning that, like, she has kids for people? Why would you trust this knucklehead to have a kid for you when her kid is, yeah? You know what I'm saying? Why? Look at that. Look at that. They're cooked, man. They're cooked. And guys, this chick, she said hour. Guys, come on, right? Because she's a lesbian, you know? That's why. Absolutely.
Lesbian.
There it is. So, guys, you know, they're cooked.
I just took out a loan
for basic needs and food.
Look at that.
Like, needs/food. I have never in my life had to take out a loan for the things that my home needs. I had to make the decision of gas or food, or somehow budget it and split that and get a little bit of gas and get a little bit of food until I get paid again. I said, there's no way. I cannot do this. I need to have a little bit more for gas, and I need to have enough food. So Affirm has, its thing with Sam's Club. I was like, fuck it. Let's just take out a loan for our basic needs.
Look at that.
This is not okay. This is not okay. We're fucked.
Look at that, guys. And I know, guys. I should have translated first, right?
We now can
Look at these goofy tattoos this broad has. Come on, dude. Obviously, she's not missing too many meals, right, guys? Guys, she has 13,000 comments, and all of them are all chicks talking about how broke they are. Look at that. So we're constantly taking out loans and working to pay them back. This is the American dream, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
This next chick says, yep, all my credit cards are all maxed out from groceries. Look at that. Look at that. This chick says, I got paid at 2 p.m. and now I'm broke by 5 p.m. Look at that. Look at that. These chicks are cooked. This girl says, I don't even have kids and I'm struggling. My whole check goes to bills and necessities. Look at that, guys. These chicks are cooked. And guys, her hashtags. Hashtag single mom. Of course she's a mom, right? Raising the future carjackers of America, guys. Of course she is. Clown world. Hashtag mom life. Hashtag working mom. Clown world.
So if you're anything like me, just a normal person with a normal job in this shit-ass economy that can't afford anything these days except your bare necessities, then you've slacked on paying some of your bills. And that's okay. This is a no judgment zone because I haven't paid all my bills either. And I'm really slacking, especially on my credit card bills. And I'm going to keep it real. I don't give a shit about shit I bought last year or 6 months ago or when I swiped the credit card. I don't fucking care. Thanks for letting me have that stuff. I don't have the money to pay you back right now.
Look at that.
So I used to be really religious with this. Like I would send a set amount of money each month and just auto pay the credit card so it would keep my balance down, so that I didn't fall behind. Well, about 7 months ago, I took it off auto pay. And for about 6 months religiously now, like every day, multiple times a day, they're calling to get their money. We all got a job to do. And I know that you're tired of dialing my fucking number and I'm not picking up the phone. So I accidentally answered one of their calls in the car the other day. My car hooks to my phone. So if you hit a button on the steering wheel, then it automatically answers. And it was Teresa from, Credit One or Capital, one of those that I have. And she goes, hi, this is Teresa, and I'm calling for Brandy. I'm from the credit card service. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to answer this phone call. Like, I'm really sorry about that.
Look at
I don't
that.
have your money. Like, that's why I don't answer the phone or the emails that you sent me. And this bitch, she goes, well, we're like 2 steps away from sending you to collections, and that's really going to affect your credit. Teresa, do you not know that also not paying your credit card bill plummets your fucking credit? You might as well take my credit score out back and fucking put it out of its misery, Teresa.
Look at that, guys. Guys, this right here is girl math, right?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
My credit card is just gonna go down the crapper. Anyways, I don't care. This is the same lackadaisical mindset that they have when it comes to anything. Oh, well, everyone has the herp derp anyways, so I don't even use protection. That's this Gen Z Millennial 304 foolishness. Clown world.
Do you also realize that right now my credit score means absolute fuck all nothing to me? Like, do I look like I'm buying a house? Do I look like I'm buying a car? Does it look like I can afford to buy anything ever again? Teresa, I'm going to save us both the time here. Just send it to collections now, because between now and next month, when you keep trying to call me, nothing's going to change. Nothing. So sorry about that, but thanks for all the stuff I bought on the credit card. I don't know what to tell you, and it's going to sit in collections too. I really, like, food, house payment, car payment, insurance, medicine, clothes, bare necessities. That's all I got the money for right now. Everything else, I could care fucking less. If you want to throw, I've been in collections my whole fucking life, Teresa. Send it to collections. And she just hung up on me. I don't think she had a pleasant time talking to me, and that's okay. That's fine. So,
look at this broad right here, guys.
Beta female!
Absolutely insane. Guys, it used to be that people, if they made an agreement to do something like pay their bills, guys, and they didn't do it, there was a stigma, straight up.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Now there's no shame at all. These chicks are gonna buy a bunch of stuff and tell the people that they told that they were gonna pay back to go F themselves. And talk about this on the internet like she's proud. Guys, she has 2,800 comments here. It's refreshing and depressing to know that I'm not alone, but everyone's struggling. Look at that. You have no idea how much you just help people just by ranting and speaking your truth. Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Look at that. Chick says, I had a 750 plus credit score just years ago, but I just can't care anymore. Keeping my house, cars, and kids fed is my priority. Look at that, guys. These chicks are cooked. This makes me feel so seen, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Look at that. This person says, I just let my credit cards go and then negotiated with collections to pay $99 for a $900 debt. Then 6 months later, I reopened my credit card. These chicks are cooked. And guys, her hashtags. You ready? Hashtag credit card debt. Hashtag debt collector calls. Hashtag struggling. Hashtag broke AF. Hashtag I have no money. Hashtag can't help you. Hashtag struggle bus clown world.
I am so sick of not having money. And I know everybody, oh, why are you crying? Why are you crying about this on the internet? I'm panicking, that's why. And I don't know who else to talk to. Everybody's... I swear, I will never be this broke again. I'm 31 years old and I'm still...
You guys honestly believe that?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Struggling. This is stupid. I'm never gonna... I swear, this is the last month of my life being this broke. I'm so done. I'll never be this broke again. I promise. This is it. I hate this. And then I put so much value on myself around how much money I have in my bank account. And I hate that too. I am so sick of not having money.
Look at that. All this foolishness, right? Guys, isn't it funny how this chick has a bunch of posts about being strong and independent, right? About saying, oh, I'm out here making all this money. You know what I'm saying? All this.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
And now she's doing this. Guys, she has 2,739 comments here, right? Why do we have to pay to be here? I'm panicking too. Loans, rent, car note, bills, I'm over it. And of course, it's not your fault. Capitalism's crushing most of us. I feel you. I make $18 an hour and still can't qualify for housing. Guys, if you honestly believe this is capitalism's fault,
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
look at that. I stepped away from TikTok for a while, and this is the reason that I love this app. You are all my true friends, and I love and appreciate support. What are you talking about? What are these chicks talking about?
Stupid.
Clown world. All these chicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All these comments are all saying the same thing. And someone said, what's your plan? She says, I don't have one yet. Guys, these chicks are cooked. Don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills.
Student debt check-in. It's been about 4 years since I graduated law school, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to check in on my student loan balance and discuss some of the costs of attending law school. To attend law school, I initially borrowed $129,094.41.
$129,094.41.
You stupid woman!
I paid $10,000 of that in a lump sum before my student loans went into repayment, and since then I have refinanced the balance of $119,094.41. Here comes the part where I acknowledge that that number could have been much higher. So I paid $30,000 in tuition cash from my 2 summer associate jobs over the years, and also had tremendous help from my parents who paid my living expenses. And I know that that's not possible for everyone, and I just wanted to take the time to acknowledge that. Since I refinanced, I've been paying $2,168.93 per month. My remaining balance is $39,295.09. Law school student debt check-in.
Look at that, guys. All that debt. Look at that. And guys, she has 154 comments. Someone says, not me sitting on a pretty 115K. Someone says 130K. Not bad for 5 years. This is another chick. Look at that. All this debt. All this money. Look at that. This person says $2,000 a month. Holy smokes. Facts. You guys know they're all private loans too, you know? You guys are hashtags. Hashtag law school. Hashtag lawyer. Hashtag LSAT. Hashtag bar exam. Hashtag money. Hashtag salary. Hashtag student loans. Clown world.
I think the better question is, who is not in debt? Because 95% of law students go into debt for school, and the average amount of student loans is $165K.
Look at
Give
that.
or take whether you go to a private or public institution. Am I in debt? I think the better question is, who is...
Look at that, guys. She said the average debt's $165,000. And guys, here's the thing. A lot of these chicks, they can go to regular schools and state schools, right? But where they can get a full ride scholarship, but they want to go Ivy League and pay for it themselves instead of actually getting a full ride scholarship. Guys, what is going on?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Clown world, right? And guys, they're never gonna pay this off. Ever. Ever. And guys, if you honestly think student loan forgiveness is ever gonna be a thing,
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
and this girl's not bad looking, right? But she's the type where you'll be dating her for a couple of months, right? And then she'll expect you to start paying for all of her bills so she can pay off her student loan debt, right? You guys, she has 24 comments. Someone says, me and my $160,000 worth of loans at 8% interest. Look at that. Someone says, I'm right here with you. Someone says, I'm $140,000 in student loan debt for law school. Look at that. Someone says, just me and my $250,000 in student loan debt for law school. And guys, there's still gonna be people who are like, yeah, but that shouldn't deter me from going to law school. You know what I gotta say to that?
You can't handle the truth.
Guys, maybe you shouldn't, right? Maybe being a lawyer is not for you if you have to get $250,000 in debt. What are you talking about, you absolute moron? Stupid. Come on, man. And guys, are hashtags. Hashtag LawTina. Hashtag debt. Hashtag student loans. Hashtag student debt. Hashtag law school. Hashtag law student. Clown world.
Let's talk loans and financial aid. So one of my mentors before starting law school told me that I should just go get the best legal education that I could get. And I really struggled with choosing between a school where I got a full ride versus a school I'm at now where I had to take out loans.
There you
go. For the first time in my life, I didn't want finances to be something that was stopping me from an opportunity. So I took out loans. And the process is really easy. You basically pick them out and accept them through FAFSA, and then the school bills the loan instead of you. And then the school will deposit any remainder amount from your loan into your checking or bank account. I know taking out loans is super intimidating, but I think it is one of the most rewarding sacrifices that you will make. I personally don't regret taking out loans at all and going to my dream law school. However, financial freedom is really nice after law school, so you're just gonna have to make a pros and cons list. Okay, let's talk.
There it is, guys. I told you. This. Look at this knucklehead.
Beta female.
Guys, she said she could have gone to a lesser law school on a full ride scholarship, but instead she took out loans.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Clown world. What is going on with these morons, dude? Why are people so dumb? Why? Absolutely insane. Guys, are hashtags. Hashtag law. Hashtag minority. Hashtag first gen. Hashtag law school tips. Hashtag UNCL law. Hashtag law school. Guys, here's the thing. If you honestly think that your school matters, right? Guys, I have friends who are lawyers and no one's ever asked them where they went to law school. Absolutely insane clown world.
All right, guys, so for those of you who don't know, today the Supreme Court knocked down the Biden administration's plan to pay off student loans. So I was checking into this. Check out this tweet by Alessandra Biaggi. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name. In 2012, I graduated from blah, blah, blah law school with $180,000 in student loans. Currently, I've been paying them back for 11 years, paid 2 of them off completely, and in 2023, my balance is $206,000. She actually ended up with more in loans than she started with because of compounding interest. I thought this was interesting, kind of a sad story, but then I saw this. I dug a little deeper using some Twitter sources and actually found this New York Post article about Alessandra Biaggi. The same woman relocates to a new district in $1 million home. She bought a house for $1.2 million with her husband, who's an entrepreneur, and is claiming that the system is rigged against people who have student loans. She wants you to pay back her student loans, and I have mixed feelings on the student loan repayment. I think it'd be great, but there's some downsides to it. But just look at this. Just think about this. $1 million house and couldn't pay off her student loans.
Right there, guys. Gotcha, right? Look at that. Hey, guys, this was in early 2024, right? So, but yeah, guys, you know, the student loan debt follows them around in all circles, man. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Still has these loans. So it's $180,000. Now it's $206,000. Making payments this entire time. And guys are his hashtags here. Hashtag student loans. Hashtag loan forgiveness. Hashtag student loan debt clown world.
Ever wondered how people in New York afford to go to law school, especially schools like Columbia? Then listen in. So I'm looking at the total cost of attendance for attending Columbia, and it's about $85,800.
Look at that.
And that is just the required cost of tuition. So that includes your health insurance, which every student has to have, or you have to get it waived. But yeah, it's about $85,000. But obviously going to school in New York isn't just about tuition. You have to think about housing, food, personal expenses, and Columbia calculates all of that out, and they post it in what is called a COA, which is a cost of attendance. So this is the COA. Columbia is saying for 9 months, they're going to budget $18,000 for housing, $7,000 for food, and $5,000 for personal expenses. They also give you about $1,000 for books and supplies, and I think this document fee is for like printing services. So your total living expenses are about $31,000, and with tuition included, it's about $118,000.
$118,000 a year. Clown world.
Per year. So obviously a percentage of students do have some sort of grant from the university, but I would say less than 50% get that type of grant, and a lot of it is merit-based as well. So when you get into Columbia or a school like Columbia, they will tell you how much merit-based aid you receive, and it's really, really hard to get more than that after they've given you your admission decision. A lot of the need-based aid is not a grant. You might get like a 20% grant of tuition, but need-based aid really isn't a lot, and most people have to take out loans. Something to consider is that the COA is only for 9 months, so that budget is not for a full year. So honestly, it costs more than that to live in New York for a full year, and most people are interning their first year over the summer in New York or DC, which are pretty expensive cities, and there is no budget for that.
Look at that!
A lot of people are also not paid their first summer and have to figure out how to survive. The school will not give you a loan. Schools do offer some sort of assistance over the summer. I think they give like anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000, but the summer is still around 3 months, and $6,000 is not enough to cover rent and food. In my experience, a lot of people have families who are willing to help them out, and even if they're not taking out loans for their living expenses, they have family to pay for their living expenses while they're in school for 3 years. Taking out loans for $118,000 for 3 years is going to put you in a lot of debt. It's not impossible to pay that back, but it is a reality that a lot of people at these schools are not taking out that much of the loans. And so you just have to consider, like, if this is something that you want. There are law schools that don't charge as much in tuition or have living expenses in other cities. But I don't think people are transparent with how much money they're getting and how much loans they're taking out. So I just wanted to come on here and have a discussion about it.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. $118,000 a year, guys. Insane. And guys, how many times have you heard these chicks say, yeah, well, I'm a lawyer and I have all this debt, but once I get married, I don't want to work anymore, right? So guys, she's trying to say that you'll be $354,000 in debt, right? All because they wanted to go to Columbia and have their ego, right? This passion project, an ego project, right? When they could have gone to University of Wyoming and paid like a tenth of that. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? And guys, you know for a fact, see, us guys, we're cost benefit calculators, right? A lot of guys will say, look, I would rather go to University of friggin' Montana and pay way less than just pay all this extra cash to go, I went to Columbia, please. Come on, man. Come on. And guys, there are hashtags. Hashtag law school, hashtag tuition, hashtag law student, hashtag finances, hashtag loans, hashtag Columbia law. Guys, don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills! The only reason why they do this is because they think one of us is going to pay it off for them. And there's simps that are actually doing it. Because there's less and less simps every day, man. Less and less simps, man.
Why I will not be participating in No Spend January as someone who talks about money, budgeting, and finances on the internet. I feel like No Spend January has become a huge fad, especially with creators who talk about money and finances and stuff. And I know a lot of people that are participating in it, that are doing it, but I will not be. In fact, I have had a few people ask my opinion on it and why, like if I'm going to do it or not. So I figured we could get into it. Number one, not only is it important to understand money, but it's also important to understand your relationship with it. I've never been someone who is good with restriction when it comes to dieting, money, or anything. No spend January.
You don't say, right?
It could very much lead you to double spend February.
Look at that.
As a human race, I believe that we are not meant for restriction. We're meant for moderation. The goal is to not restrict your spending. The goal is to manage it. Jesus. I don't think it's manageable, and I think that it can lead to overspending. So yeah, the second that I first heard about it, I was like, yeah, I will not be participating in No Spend January. This is just my honest opinion. Like, no shame if you are doing it, or, you know, if you're a creator that talks about it, that's awesome. Obviously, do what works for you. And like I said, you need to understand your relationship with money. For me, I know as a person, I've never done good with restriction ever. When I try to go on diets and restrict myself, it always leads to me overeating. When I try to restrict my spending, it always leads to overspending. I want something that's more sustainable, and money management is sustainable for me. It's something that I'm going to be doing forever. A restriction, you can't do, it's called a restriction for a reason, because you literally cannot do it forever. And I also think that the reason why a lot of people don't budget is because they don't like restriction, and they view budgeting as restriction. Now, I do not view budgeting as restriction at all. Like, I still get my nails done. I do it all. As long as you have the money for it and it's in your budget, I think you should be able to do it. As long as you can afford things, you plan for them, they're in your budget, you should be able to do them. I think there's no reason to restrict. We're humans. We're going to want things naturally. And especially if you're on TikTok and watching this video, you are constantly going to be shoved products on your For You page. For example, I got this. Trash takes itself out every single time. Taylor Swift, spent $15 on it. Love it. Worth the $15.
Clown
now,
world.
if I was participating in No Spend January, even though I bought this in December, but let's pretend like I bought it in January. And you know what? My urge got the best of me and I bought it anyway. It would cause me to feel so guilty about it, even though, guess what? This was in my budget, totally affordable. I could totally do it. There's no reason that I would need to make myself feel bad about spending money on this sweatshirt because I wanted it and because I could afford to do it. So yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on No Spend January. Do whatever you want. Like I said, learn your relationship with money and how you handle it. For me, restriction has just never been a good thing for me. It always leads to overconsumption, always, just with me. And I think that's the truth with a lot of people. So it's something that I won't be participating in. And I really do think that it could lead you to overspending in February. And a huge reason why I feel like a lot of people do no spend January is because they overspent in December. So they're like, oh, I'm going to start my new year out right and do no spend January because I bought a bunch of Christmas presents and December is just an expensive month. But it doesn't need to be that way if you just manage your money correctly. For example, I'm not 100% sure. I have to look at the rundown in the finances, but I'm pretty sure December was one of my lowest spending months because I managed my money for Christmas shopping and all of that stuff prior. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. Don't feel bad if you're not participating in it. I will not be participating in it. I just don't believe in restriction, and I don't believe that budgets need to be restrictive. You can either afford it or you can't, and you need to act accordingly based on that. Why I will...
Guys, this chick right here is a financial influencer.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Guys, can you imagine letting this knucklehead get her claws into your finances, into your bank account? And she's supposed to be teaching other women about money. Look at how much emotion is involved. She's basically saying through this whole thing she has no discipline. Because, guys, no spend January for all of us smart guys, we have no spend all year round, right? Guys, we barely go out to eat. We barely buy clothes for ourselves. Every now and then we might buy something for our hobby, like a video game every now and then, like a part for the car, you know, a 40K model. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we have no spend year. And look at all this. It's emotional and this and that. I'm not good at restriction? What in the world is she talking about? Absolutely insane. Think about all the... She said if she underspends, she will definitely overspend. Clown world. Absolute foolishness, man. And guys, this is considered some revelation, right? Some knowledge come from on high that she's dropping. All these knuckleheads in their comments. Wow, I never thought about this. Wow. I just started watching your videos They're so educational. I'm hooked.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Come on, dude. Come on. Guys, emotions. And guys, are hashtags. You ready? Hashtag no spend January. Hashtag finance talk. Hashtag budgeting. Hashtag paid transparency. Hashtag overconsumption. Hashtag restriction. Hashtag Gen Z finance. And another thing, guys, this whole paid transparency thing, people will want to know how much you're making at a workplace so that if they apply, they can try and get as much as you. Clown world. I'm going to do a whole video on how that's this female socialist communist mindset to where they look at how much you make and think that they deserve the same amount. Clown world.
Lately, I've been spending money like my name is El Chapo and I run a Mexican drug cartel.
Look at
I
that.
check my budget every single day. Somebody who's a natural overspender, checking in with my budget every day allows me to course correct before situations get out of hand. Overspend for 1 or 2 days, as long as I'm checking my budget consistently, to catch it. It's been 3 weeks since I checked in with my budget.
3 weeks?
I used to have this really bad habit where when I did not check in with my budget, overspend, and I knew that I was overspending, I'd stick my head in the sand. I would avoid looking at my bank account, pretend like I hadn't just spent way more money than I should. And lately, I've caught myself creeping back into that really bad habit. So today, I decided that today was the day that I was gonna get back on track. Sometimes I can fall into all or nothing thinking, which says if I can't accomplish the goal at 100%, there's no point in even trying. And the reality is that's just not realistic. Today, I'm back on track with our budget.
So she said that if she doesn't think that she can accomplish it, she's not going to do it, right?
Just like a woman.
We are checking in with our budget. We are updating our spending tracker. Got some returns that I need to make. It was payday and I haven't even budgeted yesterday's payday.
Look at that.
I haven't even looked at my paycheck because I've been avoiding my bank account. But today is the day that we get back on track. A little bit of progress is better than no progress at all. Lately, I've been...
I told you guys. I told you. And guys, think about having to check your budget every day. That's crazy. Lack of discipline, right? Guys, just don't buy stuff you want. Just focus on things you need, right? Guys, and these are the knuckleheads who want these women as CEOs and COOs and, you know what I mean, high-level politicians and stuff, right? Come on, man. This chick, she's another one of these finance TikTokers, right?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
And she can't even stick to her own budget. And what's with them doing all this makeup and washing their faces and everything, in the videos? And guys, I know. I have to translate, guys, even though it's after the fact, right?
We now can
Guys, no discipline. None. And then they overthink things. Guys, they're so emotional in this BS. They have to overthink things. I have to do this spend plan and this daily budget. Guys, just say, look, I need to have more money at the end of the month than I had at the beginning of the month. Absolutely insane. And then this girl has 154 comments, and it's all a bunch of knuckleheaded B-dubs. This is so relatable. Thank you for this. Same. I was feeling suffocated by my restrictions. Come on, man. Come on. I have faith in you. I have to look at my budget 3 or 4 times a day. Of course, she is a realtor. The chick in the comments, guys. Don't let him touch your money, man.
A complex answer. Yes.
Whoa. Let me get the race card out, and guys, I know you might not be able to understand what this person here is saying, so of course, let me translate.
Silly Jedi. Silly Jedi.
To answer your question, yes, You can go overdraft your bank account even if you do not have a job.
Look at that.
I do not recommend that you overdraft your bank account if you don't have a job, because you only have 30 days to pay it back unless you get on a payment arrangement. So you will owe them, and if you can't pay them back within 30 days, they'll close your bank account and report you to check system, and it'll make it hard for you to open up a bank account with another bank. If you already got a bank account at other banks, then it wouldn't affect. It's a complex answer.
Look at that, guys. This person has overdrafted their account for so long that they closed the account. Look at that. How irresponsible do you have to be? Look at that. Guys, there's all these chicks in her comment acting like, in her comment section, acting like this is some revelation, right? And guys are hashtag financial advice.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Look at that, guys. Hashtag bank. Hashtag overdraft. Clown world. Guys, am I going to have to translate again? Obviously.
We now can ban Vapodo.
So if you have overdraft fees on your Chase account, there's a little piece of knowledge that you should know. You can call Chase and ask them to take the overdraft fee off no matter what the circumstances are. And I have always, more often than not, been able to get the overdraft fees back. Like right now my account is in the negative because life. But I got overdraft protection and I was able to get food and gas without, getting the overdraft fees, but they kept charging me. And I called and I was able to get 5 of them refunded back to me.
5 of them? How are you just going to be buying stuff when you have no money in your bank account? Right? How are you just going to leave the house with no money and swipe your card?
Just like a woman.
That's $175. But even that, even if you don't have that kind of circumstance, even if you broke the rule and they took it out because they, you knew they would, you can still call and ask them to take it back. Just give them a little bit of a sob story, and they most likely will give it back to you.
Right there, guys. Pump the brakes. She said, give them a little bit of a sob story. Is that not the most 304 thing that you've ever heard on any of my financial videos? Guys, right here. This is it. This is the most 304 thing. The most irresponsible, unaccountable 304 thing I've ever heard. Just give them a sob story. Just give them a sob story and they won't charge you for it. Absolute fucking clown shoes right there, dude. Right there. Oh, you guys, this drives me crazy.
I think you only get a certain amount per year to be given back. I think it was 3 a year. So I guess I just used one of them for 2022. I just thought I'd share this because I don't think everyone knows that. Please call Chase. Please call Chase.
Now, guys, this is the first video she's done. So this is from a while ago because she has a lot more. So, guys, you will be following up on freaking Jabba June Jr. here. This is the first in her whole series. Her whole channel actually became about this type of stuff. And, guys, she has 280 comments in here. Look at that. She said, I know this is late. What if you waited a while to call? Will this still work? She says, yes. This lady says, yes, I let them rack up so that I can just call and try and get them all done at once. This person says, my bank does this 3 times a year. This person says the algorithm is too perfect. Look at that. Guys are hashtags. Hashtag overdraft. Hashtag sob story. Hashtag financial advice, guys. This is a hack, they're trying to say. Clown world.
Let me tell you something. Banks are making a crazy amount of money on overdraft fees, over the limit fees on your credit card, and any other kind of fee. So, listen to this one hack that will help you to ensure that you do not overdraft in your account. You need to opt out of overdraft coverage. That way, if you try to use your debit card and you try to go to the ATM, you will be declined. And rightfully so, you should be declining. You shouldn't be spending money that you ain't got. So call your bank and opt out of overdraft coverage, or switch to a bank account where they will not allow you to overdraft from your account, and you don't have to pay almost $40 for a $2 coffee.
First of all, why are you making a video while you're driving? Guys, these knuckleheaded 304s, man. Making a TikTok while you're driving. Stupid. What are you doing? And second of all, she's acting like she's putting these girls on game. Isn't that crazy that this is some type of like lesson that they have to learn? You know what I mean? And guys, she's trying to tell these girls to not spend money they don't have. Come on, you're asking 304s to not 304.
How dare you?
Hey guys, are hashtags. Hashtag budgeting for beginners. Hashtag budgeting 101. Hashtag save money advice, guys. These chicks are cooked. Clown world. I told you guys. I told you. They're trying to life hack overdraft fees. Guys, put it in the comments, right? Have you ever overdrafted your bank account? Ever? Because I've never overdrafted my bank account once. These broads are cooked. Our bank's the bad guys. Overdraft fees are crushing low-income people. Please. Predatory fees. Come on, guys.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Guys, these knuckleheads. No accountability whatsoever. You should never, ever be close to overdrafting your bank account. I'm telling you guys, they want us guys to swoop in and save them, guys.
Here I come to save the day.
Don't do it, guys. Don't do it.
What's the brokest you ever been? And how do you define being broke? I'm talking about I done seen days, multiple days, where I only had $20 to my name.
Look at that.
I had to have gas put in my car, had to eat, and still had to last another 4 days until my next paycheck. What's the brokest you ever been? How do you define being broke? And what did you have to do to survive that broke situation? I need to know. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know if y'all saw that video, but y'all gotta go look at the comments. Like, levels that people have to go sometimes when they have nothing. We are the most ungrateful people I know. I'll never complain again a day in my life, because that's crazy. And I done been broke before. I've had $20 to my name. I've had quite literally a change bucket to my name until the next payday. But I always thank God for having ways to make money, because see, there's a difference. There are people who are broke with no source of income, broke with no current way to make any money, to get any money. I mean, there's always going to be ways to make money, but without degrading themselves.
See, guys? Even she said it, right? Guys, these women can always rely on nature's credit card, right, guys?
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside home.
And guys, can you imagine only having $20 left? Guys, this is how these women live, right? And of course, she's gonna say, well, everything was bad, but then Jesus! God has nothing to do with the fact that you're a broke, knuckleheaded 304, right? Absolutely insane. Look at that. This chick says, I got 41 cents in my account, but the Lord provideth. Amen. Please. Look at that. This chick says, I had to overdraft my account so I could feed my son, and prayed to God it went through at self-checkout. Look at that. Look at that, guys. These chicks treat God like he's intergalactic Santa Claus, and that's why they're cooked. That's why they're cooked, guys. Isn't it crazy to actually think that women can't even go a day without spending money? Guys, I want you to stop and put in the chat the longest that you've gone in days without spending money at all, you know? Other than maybe gas. Well, guys, let's say you fill your take up. Most guys go 7, 8, 9, 10 days. Especially if you eat at home, right? This dunderhead clown world.
Until payday, I'm going to take some leftovers to work for lunch. Don't let no crutches person on the internet you don't even know hides behind a fake profile, make you feel shame for the way you live your life. It's a very realistic thing to be broke until payday. This series was to inspire people, make them think twice. It's been 10 days since I realized I was broke until payday. And I had £60 left in my account. So I used my brain and I looked at what was in my home first. I prayed over my situation. My belly has been full all week. Some of the meals that I've been putting together, you could never, even if you had been paid. Some people have been making comments like, at your big age. At my big age, what? What does that even mean? Any one of you can find yourself in a bad position tomorrow. Whether it's your finances, your health, your love life, what you put out there is going to come back to you. That being said, I got my child benefit on Monday, and I thought I was going to have to use most of it to do a top-up shop. However, I'm still living off a lot of freezer food. I'm buying the odd thing here and there. I'm showing you that in the videos. There's no chicken left. However, I have 4 fillets of salmon in the freezer. I'm going to take that out to defrost. And tonight we're going to have a salmon and pasta, creamy something with peas. Anyway, this is our breakfast, and now I'm off to work. Bye, guys.
So, she said that she has her child benefit. All you guys in the UK, is that child support or is it welfare? Or is it both, right? Guys, look at these tattoos. A 304. And guys, leave it to these British chicks to ruin an English accent. Actually, I'm broke. I've not got any money. I need anchovies. What a joke, dude. What an absolute joke, right? And of course, if she's getting child benefits, guys, we all know what that means.
You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom.
Clown world. Look at that, guys. And guys, they always try and actually, any one of you could be on hard times too. Please. Not my guys, not us, right, guys? We save, we invest, right? We don't spend our money on stupid things. And we certainly don't put our business on the internet. I'm not going to even read these comments, please. Look at that. Clown world. Look at this guy. It says, spend my last $20. Look at that, guys. Look at this. Hold on. Look at the size of this broad, right, guys? Of course, I have to translate, right?
Me to spend the last $20 in my bank account.
Y'all heard that right. My last $20 in my bank, at least until payday. Now, you're probably wondering what 26-year-old only has $20 to her name. Probably a lot, especially ones that have been struggling. But I do have more money in my bank. It's just all going towards rent tomorrow. And I'm hoping once this next paycheck comes through, I'm no longer struggling. I can catch up on all my bills, my credit card payments, everything. But until then, we're balling on a budget and spending my last $20 until payday. And that is being spent on a case of Mountain Dew. Sure, I spent that money on something else, definitely, but you know what, Mountain Dew is the only thing that really makes me happy lately. I also put $10 on my gas pump because I don't go far. I only go to work and back home, and they're very close together, so I didn't need that much. And it's honestly going to last me a week or two, and then the car had issues starting because it has an issue with the starter, but you know what? That's future me's problem. And then anyway, I found a Wendy's gift card. Yay. So we're going to go get some food. Shout out to gift cards of Christmas past because they honestly have gotten me through this rough patch. I have found so many gift cards, and I've been so excited and being able to actually eat something. Yay.
Can I get the number 4, just the sandwich?
Honestly, was going to get the $5 biggie bag, but I forgot it's literally like 9 a.m. and they're on breakfast. So I got this little chicken sandwich. It was okay. It wasn't great, but you know, it was $3. So we're balling out a budget. We can't be picky. And here's hoping we make it to payday.
Look at that, guys. Right? Look at that. And of course, this knucklehead eats Wendy's and Mountain Dew, right? You don't have $20 and you go buy a case of Mountain Dew, you absolute moron. Why are they so dumb? Why?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Guys, this is what she considers being on a budget. They are cooked. Cooked. Look at that. Someone says, you know what? I can't even. She looks like she's in like Ohio or something, right? Look at that, man. This person says, I get it, but maybe see if a 10-pack of water flavor packets for $1 can fill that tasty drink urge. Yeah, right. As if she's gonna take that advice. Look at that, man. What an idiot. What an absolute dunderhead. Clown world.
Your broke and my broke are two totally different things. They not like us. Yeah, I went to the doctor today. You know, I've gained a little bit of weight, and, you know, they was asking what was going on, so I was like...
Sorry, guys. Sorry. I know. So before we get too far into this, I gotta translate.
Well, I haven't been able to eat the way I want to be honest. You know, the past few weeks, I'm broke. I've been broke. So I've been living on like a oodle and noodle type diet. I hadn't been able to go buy healthy food, you know? I should have known better, but my doctor was like, girl, I know what you mean. When I'm broke, let me tell you what I do. Let me put you on game. So this is what I do when I'm broke. What you need to do is download the Harris Teeter app. I should have known when she said Harris Teeter, she ain't talking about my kind of broke. Should have known right then. But she was like, Harris Teeter, you know, they have a lot of sales on their meat. And she was like, so what I do is when they have those sales, you know, you get a pack of pork chops. And she said, usually you can get a whole pack of pork chops, and then it's like buy one, get one free. And she said, you know, like with cheese, you can make great meals with cheese. She said, so sometimes it's like buy 3 packs of cheese and get 3 packs free. And I'm like, bitch, did you not hear me say I'm broke? When I say I'm broke, I'm broke. When I say I'm broke, that means I buy oodles and noodles. And when I get those oodles and noodles, I have to go between the cushions at my house and the damn cup holders in my car to get the change together to even buy a pack of oodles and noodles. I'm talking about going through the drive-thru at McDonald's and paying in pennies. That's the kind of broke I'm talking about. I realized at that moment that your broke and my broke ain't the same. I thought when I said I'm broke, people knew what I was talking about. But apparently a lot of people don't know what that means when you say I'm broke. Y'all comment below what it means when you say I'm broke. Does it mean you broke like I'm broke? Or does it mean I'm a little low on money, I'm going to have to cut back a little bit? Because apparently it does not mean the same to everybody. Like, comment, and share.
Look at that, guys. Right? And she expects us to actually care, right? Shit. Look at that, guys. And she says like and follow because she's trying to increase her follower count. Guys, because we all know.
I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I'm finna increase is my motherfucking fist across your goddamn face. That's what the fuck, that's what's about to get increased.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. These chicks are broke, but they still claim to be outperforming us men. Boss babes, boss chicks, all this type of craziness, right? But in real life, guys, they're all broke as a joke. All right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, guys. I'm out of here. Have a good one.